So I was just listening to this podcast, and his name is Daniel, I don't even want to pronounce it, Kahneman. I'm terrible with names, but in the intro they said he's like the new age Freud of psychology, and he's kind of the godfather. Everyone looks up to him, all the major authors, everyone knows, anybody that knows anything about psychology knows about this guy. I don't know much about psychology, so I'd never heard of him until this interview, but he was talking about these experiments that he conducted. He's an older gentleman, you can tell by his voice, but these experiments he conducted, 20, 30 years ago, and they would put someone's hand in a cold bowl of water and for 60 seconds, and then they put someone's hand in a cold bowl of water for 90 seconds, but the last 30 or the last 20, the water became warmer. So the experience was more pleasant to the person who had it in there for 90 seconds because the end was better. Where the person with the 60 seconds, the end was the same as when it began, which was cold and it wasn't as good. So their experience on record was a lot less desirable than the other individuals whose experience was more pleasurable at the very end. So he said all of our thought process and all the things we do and we don't realize it are linked to the end of tasks. And it's something that we subconsciously do. So we analyze our days, we analyze our lives and all these things that we do, but a lot of our emotions or what we take out of the day or the moment is based on how that moment ended or how the day ended. Because the experience, however it ends, the evidence shows, is where we remember the most, and we associate pleasure and pain with those two things, and or with the very end. So what made me think of this was a big portion of a job is closeout, and you as a contractor can work your butt off. You can be a really good salesman and you could get the job, and you could do a really, really good job all the way through, and the owner's gonna love you for it and they just think you're the best. And then at the very end of the job, you just started another job or another two jobs, and so your time is preoccupied and you're at the very end of the job. Like their job is basically done, and there's a handful of punch list items, just simple dinky things. You got to fix a light fixture, there's a little ding or chip in the paint down by the baseboard, you got to replace one board on the flooring or something because it got scratched. Those are little things that are they're mundane, you don't want to do them, it's just kind of like dragging your feet. It's not fun work. You're now excited because you're back in the dirt or working with new clients and the energy's high again and you're feeling it. But your client who you left during that closeout phase, that's the end of their experience. And if you're going to leave someone with a bad experience at the very end, it doesn't matter, according to this psychologist and the research they've done, it doesn't matter how the rest of the experience went. It doesn't matter how the experience started. It doesn't matter how it went in the middle. It matters how it ended, how you finish. Finish strong. Finish strong, like a track runner. Just finish with your chest out and keep running through the finish line. And if your client calls a week or two later and they're just annoying you and the AC won't turn on, show up and help them. Hey, I can't make it till 6 o'clock tonight, but I'll grab you on my way home. I know it's annoying, but those are the people that at the end of the day, when someone asks them, hey, can you recommend a builder? They're going to say 100% this guy. And if you leave them with that bad experience, they may go, he was great, but then he just ghosted us at the end. So today's lesson, don't be a ghost. Leave people happy at the end. That's going to be the key to a good project. And that's my daily rant. Have a good one.